Good morning, everyone. I hope that you're doing okay today. I'm just praying right now that as you scroll through social media, as you're looking at Facebook and Instagram or whatever it is that you're looking through this morning, I'm praying that you're finding peace um, and reassurance. I hope that you are seeking the Lord. I know that there are a ton of things that are on social media right now that are injecting fear into our lives. I'm scrolling, looking at it right now. You know, there's so much regarding the coronavirus, so much confusion, anxiety. I think there's so many different stories and different avenues of information that we really don't know what to believe right now. We're confused and lost. There's also posts regarding justice, racism, white supremacy, and just a sad situation to be reading about and seeing. Um, and there's also, I mean, not to make light of it, but there's also stories of murder hornets and things of that nature. And I was just scrolling through this morning, realizing that social media is just a very toxic place right now. It's we're stuck at home. We are constantly scrolling, even when we're working. We're taking breaks and allowing our minds to go free for a moment. And we look at social media and we see everything that's going on, and it's just given us more opportunity to look and see what's going on, see the bad news, the what the media is doing to us. And so this morning, I want to encourage you. I want to give you hope. I want um, to help you the best that I can. And what I found this morning, I was doing a little reading, and I found a scripture that many of us have heard before, but for me personally, I often forget it. But it's Isaiah 40:31, and it says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on the wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary, and they will walk and not be faint." Um, this is for us believers here. Like, I believe that we have the ability to hear from the Lord. I believe that we have the ability to use Jesus as our filter to think and process and navigate the things that we hear. And I believe that we have the ability and the opportunity to inject hope into any situation, into any conversation that we have. And so this morning, I just want to encourage you that as believers, as we hope in Jesus, as we ask Him, Lord, what do you say about this situation? I believe that we have the ability to hear from Him, to hear what He says, to hear what He says justice looks like, to hear what He says about the pandemic and how we're to respond, and what we're to believe, and how we're to rely on Him. And I believe that this is a time where there's so many things going on, so many news articles and sources of information. I believe that it's a time to just sit down and say, Lord, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what to believe in, but I trust you. I trust you. I trust your sovereignty. I trust that you care for the situation more than I do. And as we begin to look through that filter, we can just begin to see His compassion, His sympathy, His love for us, and we can begin injecting that into the world. So right now, I just want to ask you, like, when you post something, when you say something, when you share an article, whatever it is, what are you cultivating in doing that? Are you cultivating fear? Are you cultivating anxiety? Or are you cultivating hope? Are you bringing hope to the situation? And I believe as believers, it's a time to really evaluate if we're looking through that Jesus filter, if we are looking through a filter of hope and compassion and love and justice, or are we looking to fuel a fire that's already started? I'm not. This isn't coming from a place of me seeing anything, hateful or anything like that. But I think it's an opportunity for us to look different from the world. We should stand out. We should be different. We should promote hope, love, compassion, justice. We should promote those things instead of stirring a pot. It's our responsibility to trust in the Lord and trust in Him, and really rely on what He's saying about the situation. So I just encourage you with that verse this morning, like, trust in the Lord, hope in the Lord, know that He is in control, that He loves you. He loves, He loves the situations that we see. He knows what's best for those situations. He loves those involved. And it's just time for us to really put our trust and our hope in Him. And I want to read that for you again, and just take this verse with you today, and be encouraged, be strengthened. It says, but those who hope in the Lord. Other verses say, but those who trust in the Lord. This is the NIV. It says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Like, hope in the Lord. Like, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling any anxiety or fear or confusion, the answer is to hope in the Lord. Like, we'll run. We won't grow weary. We won't be faint. We'll be renewed. We'll be strengthened as we hope and we trust in the Lord. So as you do that today, take that verse with you and just be an encouragement to those that you talk with. I'm not asking you to go on Facebook and blast post and all of that kind of stuff, but just be the light in those conversations that you have with people. When people want to start complaining and they're talk about their conspiracy theories about the government and whatever it may be, like, just be hope, be light in those situations. Begin to say, Lord, what do you say about this situation, and how do you want me to relay that message to the world? So I encourage you with that today. Just be encouraged. Know the Lord is in this. He cares about it, and He cares about you through this as well. So be encouraged. Y'all have a good day. God bless.